Well, hey, welcome everybody. Ooh, that's loud. Let's turn that down a little bit. How about that? That's a little better.
Better on the ears.
These mics are hot.
Yes, they are. Good Saturday morning, and welcome to the Rockin' Home Show.
Man, okay, let's see if that's a little better. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Martin Bamba. That's Mike Hermes over there. And we are here to help you with your home improvement questions, your real estate questions this morning. That's what it's all about on the Rockin' Home Show. So we appreciate you being there. Those out there in Facebook land, thank you guys for being there as well. We appreciate you joining us on Facebook Live. And thank you, Lord, for the rain.
Amen to that, and Lord, please have it keep coming frequently but safely.
Yeah, it's we are in such dire need of rain here all the way down. I mean, the entire state for that matter, but certainly from here to the coast, we need it badly.
So true.
So, how's everything been going for you this week, sir?
Any better, I'd be twins.
Yep.
It has been amazing, better than I deserve.
Well, I could say the same thing. I am just absolutely thrilled that we are able to spend some time with you guys here. Why am I hearing that? That's so weird. I'm hearing our playback. So weird. Okay, let's see if that fixes that. There we go. Anyhow, we are just thrilled to be here. Phone lines 210-599-5555. 210-599-5555 is the number to get in on the home improvement conversation this morning. On the outset, I want to say thank you very much to Cleto Rodriguez, to J.P. Lane, and to Rob McCann for all being my first guests on the Bamba Pod. So we got three of those taped over the last couple of days, and the very first one will drop on the first Thursday of March.
Beautiful.
So
congratulations.
And then every Thursday thereout we'll be dropping one of those new episodes.
Beautiful.
And again, if you know of anybody that think would be great for a show like that, it's a show about entrepreneurs. It's a show about people who have been successes in their given profession or calling, and just a discussion of the challenges that have come with that and how they arrived at that. So we have an email address now. We have the bombapodcast@gmail.com. So you can drop me an email at the bombapodcast@gmail.com if you have any interest in presenting somebody as a possible interview subject in the future
Or topic.
or topic. Yeah, I mean, if there's something you'd like to see us talk about, and this week we covered veterans and sales professionals and comedians.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty wide variety this week.
And I assume it will be that way throughout the show.
It will be. Yeah, we don't have
eclectic.
It is. We don't just have one, specific topic that we talk about. Yeah, it's a little different than this show in that we're just talking about inspirational and encouraging stories, and we feel like most people have one. There's lots of people that have these types of stories, but there are hundreds more that you don't know that have these types of stories. And that's what the show's about. And we are so thrilled to be doing it. Dennis Ayat, my producer, has just done a bang-up job of helping us set up our studio, which you see us on doing the show now. But this is certainly where we do the podcast as well. And I just had a blast doing that. And
so awesome.
So I'm ready to do some more.
Yeah.
What's going on in the real estate world, sir?
Hot.
Yeah?
Yeah. It is.
Tell us about it.
It's been busy. I mean, we've had people. We never pick out the home. So it's interesting to see people in completely different wants and desires. We were working with one person who said, I do not want a new home. I do not like the new construction. I do not want anything that's new. And we had another one the same day. We want a new home. We want the energy efficiency. We want the deal. We want the great low interest rate. and it's just, it is amazing.
And you know what? I love new homes. I've got nothing against new homes, especially if they're a custom home and you get to put your little touches and details on them. And if you're building out in the country or on some acreage or something, I think that would be even better. But for me, the problem that I have with new homes is the typical neighborhood that they're built in. They go in, they strip the land. There are no trees. The trees that you do have are these little sticks that they plant in your front yard that by the time I'm dead, they'll be mature trees. But that to me that's not what I look for. I look for mature trees. I look for mature neighborhoods. A nice house in a mature neighborhood I would take over a brand new home somewhere else.
Absolutely. The other thing I know that you would take is a house with solid bones that needs work, so you can make it your own.
Absolutely. You can always take, and that's the thing that Debbie and I have always recognized, and bless her heart, Debbie has always wanted a new home. And
really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, for years she's wanted, Martin, I just want a home of my own that I've designed, that I've, and we're getting as close as we can to that with the house that we're doing downtown. But I promised her in the next couple of years I'm gonna let her build a custom home and do whatever she wants to do in it. And we'll find a nice spot for it, and hopefully with a little bit of acreage, and let her go wild. But for me, I have never, and I've said this on the show before, I have never lived in a new home. Never.
And see, for decades I lived in nothing but new homes.
Yeah.
But again, my father's a builder.
Exactly. I mean, you had a little bit of an advantage that most people don't have. And Debbie and I, thankfully, we like remodeling. And it's not just me. We both like remodeling. We both like fixing things up. We both like.
We both have the eye, which is very
rare. It is very rare. She has got an exceptional eye, something that I'm not nearly as good at, but she's got an exceptional eye for decorating and for staging a house and for, the right feng shui or whatever they call it. I mean, she's got that. I know what I like and what I don't like, and I know on an exterior of a home and on the floor plan of a home, I can look at things and see stuff I like. But I will tell you that when it comes to decorating, I have never met anybody that's a better decorator than she is.
And I feel the same way about Erin.
Yeah.
I love when I go home.
It's that female touch, and I'm
but not all females have it.
I was going to say, I'm not going to say all females do that. Not all ladies have that eye and that touch, but
we all have our talent.
But ours certainly do.
Yeah, you may answer that. I am going to tell you a story I've never told you before, but the neatest little deal in any deal I've ever done.
Okay.
It was done about 35 years ago. Market was horrible. Think about this. It was early 90s, and I'm handling some foreclosures at the time, and this 18-year-old kid puts his house under contract with a hard money loan. And I said, why are you doing this? Oh. He goes, I'm going to redo it, and I'm going to go to college with the profits. I said, let me tell you, you need to be an expert at this. He goes, well, I've done a lot of research. My family's done this before. They're going to help me. I said, okay. I just say, be very careful. It's not easy. Well, the house he bought was like $15,000, and it was so bad. The bank didn't empty it out. They sold it because you could not. It was like 8 foot high of stuff.
Oh, wow.
The family...
Well, if it was $15,000, there was something going on with it.
Yes, but it was solid. Anyway, the long story short, the family, it was paid off. The family borrowed against it, then threw a bunch of stuff in there, and never made a payment, and it was foreclosed on. The kid gets a dumpster, and he crawls in the attic. And there's a circular, vent. He opens it. First thing he throws out is a paint can from the attic.
A paint can, he threw it out the window.
Yes, into the
Oh, into the dumpster.
into the dumpster.
Okay.
Lands,
Paint everywhere.
no.
Money.
Gold coins.
No.
Yes. He found more gold coins when he worked on the sofa. He found cash hidden in the sofa, a bunch. When he tore the sheetrock out because it was molded, there were bags of silver dollars inside the walls.
What?
The kid calls me.
That is just dumb luck is what
Yes.
that is.
Yeah, the kid calls me and he goes, "This is what happened. Do I get to keep the money?"
Yeah.
I said, "You bought this house as is, where is, with all defaults and improvements. That is your money."
That's true. Yeah. And no, it is not theft.
No.
That is your money.
That you own everything in that house, trash and treasure.
Now, if somebody came back and said, "Hey, that's I forgot that I left some money here," that's fine. If you want to give them their money back, that's up to you. But personally,
You did a lot of sweat equity for that.
yeah.
It was like $150,000.
Well, I'd say he made his money back on that
Oh, my God.
without ever doing anything to the house.
Yeah.
That's insane. All right, we got to take a break. That's a great story. We got to take a break, and I've never been that lucky, by the way. I found a lot
many different ways you have been.
No, but not like that.
Me neither.
I've never found tons of money in a house. I've never done that. I found tons of junk in a house before.
Oh.
I've done that. Hey, let's take a quick break. Talk about one of my friends. This one over at Real Solutions Home. Zip Gist. What a great guy.
Great guy.
Just a superb individual, human being. But other than that, he's also a really talented remodeler and builder.
And I'm so comfortable sending him referrals. I know they'll be taken care of, whether he works with them or not. I know.
Absolutely.
I trust him.
Always. And
that's worth its weight in gold. No pun intended.
Yes, it is. So if you have a home renovation that you need to have done, maybe you want to add some square footage to your house. You've kind of outgrown it. You love the neighborhood. You love the neighbors, but you just need more space. He can help you with that. Maybe you've got a kitchen that is just outdated and it's not working for you anymore, and you want that gourmet kitchen that you've always seen on TV and you've always wanted. He can help you with that. He can also help you with bathroom remodels and renovating bathrooms to age in place. Absolutely. All of those things from realsolutionshome.com. And yes, he can build a home for you too.
And he could do decks. He could do little jobs, big jobs. Yes.
Everything. From the smallest job to the largest job, he's got you covered. He's got the teams that can handle it. Military, teacher, and first responder discounts. Great financing options. Be sure to ask him about his financing options when you call. And of course, estimates are absolutely free. 210-862-4995. That's 210-862-4995 or online at realsolutionshome.com.
We're listening, and we are a call. Oh, I was going to give our phone numbers.
I can't find our dang feed. Are you watching it? Are you watching our feed? Because for some reason it's not coming up for me, and I am trying.
I think so. I did before.
And usually it pops up here.
Brian McDonald, Teresa Luna Garcia.
They're on?
Yeah.
Well, then we're up. That's a good thing.
Yeah, here.
Okay. Hey, look at how you're sitting and look at how I'm sitting.
Oh my gosh, I'm sitting like a fat old man.
There you go. I want you to look good, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not coming up here.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah. Somebody had mentioned that to me last week, and I said, well, I'll talk to him.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, come on, man. Where is that?
Do you know Teresa Luna Garcia?
Not right off the top of my head. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show. 210-599-5555 is the number. 210-599-5555 is the number.
Absolutely. And join us. This is a caller-based show. We got lots to talk about, but we always find it more interesting to have what you are interested in.
Absolutely. I mean,
that's what makes it fun for us.
It does. And, speaking of that, last week we had a call that a listener had called in and was talking about a film that was over their toilet bowl. Oh, not their toilet bowl, but in their toilet bowl. And we speculated that it was a biofilm, which is bacteria and stuff that can build up, and sometimes it's transparent, sometimes it's kind of milky color. The one thing I didn't think about and didn't tell him to do is use baking soda. Get the big bags of baking soda that you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's, either one, and pour about a cup of it into your tank and let it sit. And then flush it and let it go into the bowl. If that doesn't quite do it, take half baking soda and half vinegar, 30% vinegar, do the same thing. Now, you will get a reaction with the vinegar and the baking soda. With the baking soda alone, you're not going to see any fizzing or anything really crazy. With that, you will. So just be careful. Don't put a lot at a time. And it will help break down those substances in your toilet, and eventually will help you get rid of them.
If you ever think about doing a volcano and with lava.
Yep. Yeah. Or the Mentos and the Coke.
Exactly.
Yeah. Same type of reaction. Yes. Yeah.
Phone numbers here, 599-5555. I want to thank Teresa and Brian for watching us on Facebook Live.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all being there. Let's talk about the thing you sent me this morning, talking about mortgage and interest rates, and things are heating up a little bit in that area. Let's talk about that.
Do you realize we're at a 3-year low?
If you just listen to the news, you would not know that.
No, everything's miserable. Everything's horrible.
Everything's awful.
Trump's ruined everything. And inflation numbers have come down. They're not going down. But last year, what was it? It was at 8.2%. This year it's 6.9%.
That's pretty massive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty big drop.
That's a 20% drop.
And of course, that will help stimulate the economy.
It all does. It takes time for a president's plan to come in. You don't go into office and poof, things change overnight.
Oh, you can't.
You can see changes for 5 and 6 years after they're out.
Correct. Or you can also see the remnants of bad things for 5 or 6 years.
Change is good, change is bad.
Yeah, it can be both.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to see us trending in the right direction now.
Yep.
And it looks like we may get some more interest rate cuts coming up in the second quarter, maybe.
I hope so.
I hope.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be 2.5% for a mortgage, but it'd be nice to get to 4%.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, 4 would be astounding at this point. And
we said we'll never see it again in our lifetime after the way things were going.
We did, and we're not terribly far from that now.
No.
So it could happen. Just, keep the faith.
And rents are going up. Rents went up 3% last year.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Housing affordability is, I don't know how rents go up and housing affordability goes up, but I also heard that housing affordability is up.
It is. And the more interest rates go down, the more the affordability goes up. And you want to know the crazy part about all this?
What's that?
It is much cheaper to own a house than it is to rent a house and a monthly payment.
Agreed.
Significantly.
And it's a fact.
Yes.
That is a fact.
Especially years 2 through 30 or further.
Unfortunately, for a lot of people, and we talked about this, I think it was last weekend, the income ratio and what's required to put down payment on a house prevents some people from getting a home, from buying a home.
And there are more down payment assistance programs out there than there have ever been before.
But you have to know where to look and who to ask.
You got to have a great lender and a great realtor.
Those two things can make the big difference in the type of home you get, how much home you get.
What your payment is.
All of those things.
Absolutely.
All of those things. Hey, we got callers. Let's go ahead and get to them. 210-599-5555. Let's go to Raul. Raul, good morning. Welcome to the Rockin' Home Show. Good morning. Thank you. They would have taken it. Yeah. Well, what leads me to believe that it wasn't the former owner and it may have been the original owner is the fact that there were bags stashed in the walls and in a paint can in the attic in some corner. That very well may have been the original owner of the house. But I'm with you. I think the right thing to do if somebody came back and said, "Hey, I can't imagine this happening because how do you forget $100,000 worth of coins?" But if it did happen, I would hope that you'd give it back if that's
the only caveat I would have is let's say it was the previous owner who lived in the house, died, and then the family, instead of taking care of the house, borrowed against it.
Oh yeah,
and then trashed it.
Yep. I've got no sympathy for that.
I have no sympathy.
Either. Because they didn't earn that money. It was not their money,
and they were obviously greedy, and the house meant nothing.
Yeah, well, we're speculating. That's not necessarily what happened, but if that is what happened, wow.
Yeah,
But how can we help you this one, Ro? Okay. Yeah, Peter Mayhew. Yes. Oh, wow. Of course. I was going to say, please tell me this guy gave that back.
I was hoping for a happy story.
Yeah, me too.
That's a whole different situation.
That's a whole different situation. Yeah, completely.
Well, it's always an option. It's a matter of money.
Yeah, and although sometimes would be less expensive to just tear down the existing structure and build a new one. That is probably only the case if it has a bad bones, if it has bad rot in the walls or a foundation that's
shot.
Yeah, I mean, if it's all of those things, but if it's just in disrepair and has an unsightly interior, there's not a problem with tearing it down to the studs and starting over, and you will save some money doing that.
And about 85% of the time, that's the case. People have a tendency to think it's much worse than it actually is. What I would recommend doing is getting a very good contractor out there that you trust and ask him, how much would it be to rebuild? How much would it be to restore? And Zip is somebody I trust implicitly. If you're comfortable with him, if you know somebody, use them.
And you know what, Roel? I've had this conversation recently because we're in the same situation. Now, the house that we have is not in that bad a disrepair, but it is exceptionally dated. and it does need a lot of work. And in order to make it a home that anybody would care about living in today, it's going to take some extensive remodeling. And we talked at length, Zip and I, about whether we should just take it down to the ground and build a new house, or if we should use the existing footprint and build onto it. And ultimately what we decided to do is use the footprint and build onto it. No, sir. No. Although if you get the right person, to build it, they'll have demolition crews that can come in and take care of it. Unless you just want to deal with 2 or 3
And
different
I would
people.
imagine you would get a better price if you had one person do everything.
Yes. Me too.
Is it necessary? Absolutely
No, you
not.
don't have to. No. Okay.
Majority.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are building with slab, but depending on where you're at, pier and beam is sometimes
A great
option. I mean, a really good option. For instance, the house, again, that we're doing is a pier and beam home. The addition that we're putting onto it, we're going to do slab. So we're going to have 2 different foundations. But yeah, I grew up in pier and beam homes. I've owned multiple pier and beam homes, and I've got no problem with them. I like them.
And there are areas in town that I'd only recommend doing a pier and beam.
Yeah. Because of the shifting soil.
Absolutely.
There you go. Exactly. Let the person who's there, boots on the ground, they can tell you what's best. Thanks,
That's
brother.
what we're here for.
Appreciate you, Raul. Thanks for calling this morning. Paula, please don't go anywhere. You're going to be coming right up. We do have to take a break. Your calls too at
210-599-5555.
Apple Pest Control. You hear me talk about them every week, and I have been for years. And you're going to hear me talking about them for as long as they'll have me. This is a great company owned by a great family, the Goodson family. Stan Goodson started this in 1984, still owned and operated by the Goodson family. And they are the pest control company that I have trusted with my homes for the last 15, 18 years at least. I lose track, but it's probably going on 20 years now. They have the very best teams in the industry. They've got people that care about your house. And it's just as importantly, they have people that are so qualified and trained in all areas of pest control. Everything from scorpions to ants to fleas to roaches, even rodents, and of course termite control as well. Great to talk to them about preventative treatments for termites, and also getting on a quarterly treatment for all pest control. When I say this, I'm not saying this because I get paid to talk about Apple Pest Control. I'm telling you this because it's the truth. I haven't seen a bug in my house since I can't remember when. I just can't. That is the type of service you want from your pest control company. You don't want to have to worry about infestations of ants or fleas or anything of the nature. They can help you with all of that, and they can also fertilize, weed treat, and help you with your yard and your trees and your shrubs. Be sure to ask them about that as well. They are the best in the business. It's Apple Pest Control. They'll also give you a quote by phone, and they answer the phone on Saturdays. Their number is 210-695-8946. That's 210-695-8946, or online at applepestcontrol.com. How long was I off? Edwin, how long was I off? Hello, Edwin. Edwin, are you there? Edwin, are you there?
Is that mine?
That is yours. Got two online.
Beautiful. Patricia?
Paula and Ray.
Paula.
Edwin, are you there? How long was I off? Yeah. Yeah. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show, AM 550, FM 1071, and Facebook Live. So glad to have you guys out there. Thanks for joining us. We really do appreciate it. Phone lines are open at 210-599-5555. Mike, who we got on the line?
Paula, welcome to the Rockin' Home Show.
Good morning. You talk about procrastinators. That's procrastination.
Oh.
You mean your soon-to-be ex-husband? No. Okay. Remind me where the odor was coming from again. From the toilet. Okay, and there's no tank on your toilet. Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. So yeah, there wouldn't be a tank. Where are you located? Okay, so it wouldn't be sulfur in the water, not in the Sunterra area. No. Okay. Are you on septic? No. Then it's definitely not that. It could be a sewer smell, yes, and
The P-trap?
usually a dry P-trap is what will do that, because what helps keep the odor from coming back up into your home is the water that sets in the bottom of the P-trap. And if you haven't used it in a long time, or if it and it's used, see, that's the unusual thing, is usually you hear about this happening in maybe an upstairs bathroom that nobody stays in, and but no, that's not your case. Yeah, that is unusual.
I probably would put some vinegar directly in the bidet.
I would
leave
do
it in there.
do the vinegar and the
Baking soda?
Use the vinegar and baking soda, and let it sit. Let it sit for at least 45 minutes to an hour.
I'd let it sit even
Or
longer.
maybe even longer if you can. And maybe overnight would be great. And see if that does it, because because it's not all the time. I don't believe it's bacteria in the bowl, or it would be there all the time.
Exactly.
So it sounds like a sewer odor that's coming through, but if you don't have a dry P-trap, I don't know how that's happening. So you've got me dumbfounded on this one. You may need to have a plumber come out there and just kind of take a look at it and see if they can figure that out.
Maybe the P-trap is not operating as it should.
That's possible. How old is the house? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not that old. Yeah, I hate to tell you I don't have the answers for everything, but I don't have the answers for everything, and this one is kind of stupefying me. So if you are so inclined, I would get a plumber out there to take a look at it.
If the baking soda and
If
vinegar,
the baking soda and the vinegar doesn't work, yes. Well, thank you. Always lovely to talk to you. Thanks, Paula. Okay. Bye-bye.
You know, it's...
and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. We hadn't said that yet. Enjoy your flowers.
Yeah, and your card. God, my wife would kill me. Bye, Paula. My wife would kill me. I'm sure Aaron would be okay with that too, right?
Oh. No.
Honey, just go get your own card. You know how I feel. Pick one out that that says
You're
that.
not going to like what I get anyway. Just pick out what you like.
That's right. You know how I feel about you. Pick out a card that says that.
That sends enough messages for the card by itself.
That's either A, man who's very secure in his marriage, or B, a man who doesn't want to be in his marriage.
And listening to Paula, I
think he's probably pretty secure in his
very
marriage.
secure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know that we're at a break, but let's get to Ray before we go to break at 210-599-5555. Good morning, Ray. Welcome to the Rockin' Home Show. Good morning. Okay. Sorry to hear that.
Yes.
Well, what you're describing is a floating foundation, and yes, it is worth it because it greatly minimizes the chances of you having foundation problems.
The scary thing, though, is would that eliminate the warranty if he were to support it? I've seen that happen.
If what now?
On a floating foundation.
Yeah.
If you were to do certain things to it, it voids the warranty.
Which makes sense, but he's talking about building a home. He's talking about building a home. And
it would all depend on where you're building.
Yeah, okay. The best advice I can give you, and this is advice I would give to anybody who's building a home independently, is get an engineer to engineer the foundation. That would be my advice.
Absolutely. I would never do one without.
No. And they will be able to tell you. They'll say this is best for this particular area and this soil, and they'll do soil samples, and they will give you the right advice. There's all different. I mean, no. Go ahead, Ray. Well, it all depends on, and in Bastrop County, you're going to be on some rock. So it all depends on how deep you can go. I mean, there's only so deep you can go in certain areas because you hit bedrock, and once you hit bedrock, you typically that's where you stop. So yeah, but again, a good engineer is going to be able to inspect your building site, take soil samples, and engineer a slab that's going to work best for you in that situation.
And keep in mind, this is your house, Ray. If you want a pier and beam foundation, tell the engineer, unless there's a reason not to, I want a pier and beam.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no reason you can't build a new home with pier and beam.
None.
You can. Well, it actually is better. A pier and beam in and of itself, the way that they're built, withstands movement better than a slab foundation.
And you're able to do maintenance.
Yeah, and you're able to get up underneath it and do maintenance to it. Much easier to level it if something does happen. Well, yeah, sometimes the crawl space is too little, but yeah, that's one of the benefits I think of a pier and beam home is you've got accessible plumbing, you've got accessible electric, it's easier to put in piers if you need to shore up the foundation. There's all kinds of good things about a pier and beam home. Hey, listen, Ray, we are so far
Thank
past
you
the
so
break.
much for the call.
Gotta let you go, buddy.
And our condolences for losing your wife.
Yeah,
buddy.
man, you can tell even after a couple of years, that's tough, man. That's tough.
Yes.
But thanks for calling and thanks for listening. We appreciate you, brother.
Amen.
Phone calls, 210-599-5555. Grab a line. We've got a couple open right now, 210-599-5555. Let's talk about Window World, where we're sitting right now at this very moment.
Come join us. 410 in between Broadway and Nacogdoches.
Yeah.
If you've gone past, what's the restaurant?
Formosa Gardens.
Formosa Gardens, you've gone too far.
Yeah, it's 1027 Northeast Loop 410 to be exact. Our showroom is open today until 2 p.m. Our showrooms in New Braunfels and Corpus Christi open Monday through Friday. And you can come in to any of our showrooms and see the many great products that we have to offer. It's still
one word to describe.
Wow! It still astounds me that people don't realize that windows are just a part of what we do. I understand it's in our name, Window World, but the fact is, we are America's exterior remodeler. We've got everything from beautiful, energy-efficient windows in both vinyl and wood clad.
From the foundation to the roof.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, we've got beautiful hardy plank siding of every style you can imagine.
Your decking.
Beautiful armadillo decking. We have got patio covers. We have seamless gutters, gutter protection.
And you have houses in your showroom.
We're sitting in one of them.
Yes.
We're sitting in one of them. This the brand new Window World studio is right here in one of the houses inside the Window World showroom.
And think of this. Best warranty in the business.
Bar none. Bar none. And you won't find a more experienced company in San Antonio. We have been doing this as a family-owned business for 4 generations and almost 80 years. That's unheard of. In 47, my grandfather started Brickstone, the other half of our company, and we have been going strong ever since. So if you want the very best in home improvement, whether it be energy-efficient windows, siding, doors, and so much more, please see us at Window World. You can check us out online at windowworldtx.com. That's San Antonio in the Hill Country. And in Corpus Christi in the Coastal Bend, it is Window World CC, as in Corpus Christi.
Best price, best people, best product.
Give us a call at Window World. We'd love to help you. At Window World, we don't just stand behind our products. We stand on them. Ooh, went way long on that one. Welcome back, everybody. It is the Rockin' Home Show, and what we've forgotten to mention is it's rodeo time, San Antonio.
Yeah, secondary today to
Valentine's Day. But what
treat your ladies right.
Yeah, take them out to the rodeo. Be good time, right?
Absolutely.
Check out a good concert and have some fun, relax, and
Speaking of the rodeo,
yeah.
Clara's going to do mutton busting.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. Whenever Dylan did it, the look on his face was one of sheer surprise whenever that sheep took off.
Yes.
But he had a good time. He really had a good time. Lordy, let's see. Rick, let's get to Rick before we get out of here. We got a couple of minutes, Rick. Let's get to you and see what we can do to help. How are you doing this morning? Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Now, Ray, if you clear the obstruction, does it go away?
Well, you could have birds that have built a nest in there. There's all kinds of things that could obstruct it. But you're absolutely right, and I appreciate.
Great call. Thank you.
Well, appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate you calling this morning, Rick. And we are getting right up against the break. How do we get a hold of you during the week?
Very simple. We'd love to help you buy, sell, or just answer your questions. 210-341-1400 or Holly, Holly, at MikeHermes.com or Mike at MikeHermes.com is email.
And absolutely drop me an email at mbomba@windowworldtx.com. Or if it's regarding the Bomba Pod, my new podcast, it's the Bomba Podcast at gmail.com. We'll see you in the next hour.
Grab a phone line.
Grab a phone line.
First week in the March.
Yes, 210-599-5555. Grab a phone line. We'll see you in a few.
Okay. Oh, gosh. You okay?
Uh-huh.
You have a headache?
I'm just tired. No, I'm good. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show, AM 550, FM 107.1 KTSA, and, of course, on Facebook Live. Thanks to everybody out there on Facebook Live. We appreciate you. Martin Bomba right here. Mike Hermes right over there.
And we're having a blast, and I hope you're enjoying listening as much as we are doing the show.
Absolutely, man. Great callers, hour number one. Hour number two usually fills up pretty fast, so get your phone line at 210-599-5555.
Absolutely, and any topic you want. It doesn't matter, home improvement, real estate, anything in between. And most of the time we have an answer.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we have an answer. Well, sometimes it's the right answer. I mean, we even get the right answer sometimes. Mike had sent over a little article from Talker Research talking about more homeowners planning to do renovations on their home, and they say that it's as people shift focus from themselves to their homes.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Which is interesting because I never thought about that because
resolutions have always been about
yourself,
what I need to do to improve myself.
Right, exactly.
And 1 of 5 people had resolutions to redo their house.
Yeah,
which makes sense.
It does because it's a long-lasting resolution, right? If you do it right, a home improvement will last you for years and years.
And you get to enjoy it every day.
Absolutely. And this was a poll of 2,000 U.S. homeowners. It said that 43% have made renovations to their homes within the past year, and an additional 32% already have plans in the works for renovations in 2026.
Yeah.
That's strong.
And 2/3 of them already have plans for the biggest year in their life for renovations.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. The survey also revealed that 23% plan on re-roofing their homes in the next year.
Absolutely.
Renovating their interiors, 59% plan on that. 43% plan on landscaping work. Exterior painting, 33%, or building a deck or patio, 28%. That's a pretty good chunk.
It is. 3 in 10 homeowners said they were motivated to renovate because they wanted to improve their home's curb appeal. 30% they said their home felt outdated.
And I think that's a lot of the catalyst for remodeling now. Of course, in our area, renovations often, especially exterior renovations, often revolve around energy efficiency. But the fact that your kitchen's outdated, your bathroom's outdated, whatever it is, fill in the blank, is outdated on your home is a good reason to think about doing a remodeling project.
Absolutely. And nothing like when you're cooking in a new kitchen to put a huge smile on your face.
Absolutely.
Or if you're taking a shower or a bath, whatever your preference is, to have that redone.
Absolutely.
And it's every day.
And here's something interesting too. The respondents in this 2,000-person survey were asked how close they felt they were to starting their next renovation. They found that 8% have already contacted contractors, 11% have already bought supplies, and 10% have their renovations fully mapped out and they're starting soon. So that's huge. That's a big percentage. If you add them up, that's a lot.
Think about it. Have you ever been somewhere and saw a light or a fan or a appliance that you really liked?
Oh, yeah.
And you bought it before to have it fit in?
It's funny that you mentioned that. Debbie, being the decorator that she is, and we've been planning on doing this house now going on a year. It's been a year. And probably for at least 6 or 8 months before that, she started buying furnishings for this house. She literally has enough furnishings to furnish this house and probably half or a full other house. And she jokes with me all the time. She said, Martin, you're going to have to buy a warehouse just for my stuff for homes. And I said, I can do that, and we'll just start, flipping homes and selling them furnished. And she laughed, and I said, I'm not kidding. I said, you do have a lot of stuff, and it's taking up a lot of space in places I don't want it to be taking up space.
Wow.
So anyway, yeah, we are guilty of that in a big way. I mean,
And she is not for flipping homes. That would be you.
yeah, no, I think she'd be okay with it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she'd be fine with it, because she likes the interior part of it. She'd want to be designing all the interior stuff, the bathroom and the kitchen and all the decorating. And
It seems like you could do short-term rentals, though. Even better.
you could, but I have never ever wanted to be a landlord. That's
Yeah, have somebody else do
I
it.
would have to, because I can't be that bad guy, and sometimes you have to be, and it breaks my heart whenever you put a whole lot of work into something and then somebody comes in and messes it up.
Oh.
That breaks my heart, and so that's a hard one for me. But not saying I wouldn't do it. I just never have. I've never
Hire
been
somebody else.
Yeah, just hire a management company is what I'd probably end up doing. But here's another funny story about buying stuff before you have anything. We had a house out in Bergheim that we had put an offer in on, and hadn't closed on it. Deal wasn't done, but we felt like it would be. And I never do this. I never feel like a deal's going to be done before the deal is done, and do something to invest in it before it's mine.
Right.
We were on a trip to Colorado with some friends, and we went through New Mexico. We stopped off in Santa Fe, and this is kind of where our love of Santa Fe started, is the time that we spent there, that trip. And we went to this store called Cowboys and Indians. And the house that we were putting the offer in on, that we were planning on purchasing, was a Southwestern style, kind of Spanish style architecture,
Motif.
right? So it would have leather furniture. It would have Southwestern style furniture in it,
Right.
right? We stopped into this store, and before it was all said and done, we had bought a dining table, dining chairs, an entire living room set, all of it to be delivered to our new house that we didn't own yet in the next 4 weeks. You talk about jumping off on a leap of faith. We felt like idiots, and we didn't get the call that we actually had the bid and we actually were getting the house until we got to Colorado. We were sitting at a restaurant, and I got a call that said, they've accepted your offer. The house is yours. and the whole way between New Mexico and Colorado, Debbie and I were
What did we do?
and it was a lot. I mean, it was a lot of furniture, and we were like, "What are we going to do with this if we don't get this house?" We had no idea.
Yeah, that is very unlike you.
Yeah, that was not. Listen, I don't encourage anybody to do what we did. That's not a good idea.
That was a leap of faith.
There are people all the time that make plans on a house that they don't own yet, and it ends up costing them a lot of money. You know, it ain't done until it's done. So that. I tell you that not to encourage anyone to do that. I think it's a really dumb idea, and it was a dumb idea that we did it. It just happened to work out.
Wow. If I were to think of a Martin story that was unlike Martin, that's it.
That would be it. Yeah, that was. Oh, but
Thank God you got it.
Thank God we got it, exactly. And the furniture looked absolutely gorgeous in there. And we still have all that furniture. It just happens to be in Santa Fe now. We joked whenever we put the furniture in there with our realtor up there in Santa Fe, we said, well, now it's back home.
You spend half the money having it shipped there and
Shipped out-
shipped back.
and shipped back. Oh, well, it's only
But
money.
you love it.
only
So
money.
that's all that matters.
We do. And it is beautiful furniture.
And you didn't have to buy new.
And it's No, we didn't have to buy furniture there because we already had all of it. And it had been sitting in a storage unit. So there you go.
Wow.
I mean, at any time we're prepared to furnish a house for whatever reason.
Or more. One or more.
Or one or more. Yeah, one or more.
That is funny. Our phone numbers here are 210-599-5555. If you get a chance, any questions, real estate, remodeling, home renovations, the Rockin' Home Show, we cover it all.
And there's a few more things to cover in this survey that we were talking about. We'll get back to that if we don't have phone calls coming back from the break. But I want to tell you about Apple Pest Control. Apple Pest Control will be happy to come out, do an inspection on your home, and find out what it is that you need. They're not there to sell you something that they want to sell you. They're there to facilitate your needs and help you with your pest control needs. It's also a great time to talk to them about how you can have a green and weed-free lawn all season long. They will be happy to talk to you about the fertilization and weed treatment that they can do for your home. They also answer the phone on Saturdays. So if you give them a call today, they'll be happy to talk to you about what your needs are. They'll even give you a quote over the phone, and there's never any long-term contracts to sign, never any hidden charges, just great service from certified technicians who have your family in mind. And if organics are important to you, be sure to mention to them organic insecticides. They'll be happy to tell you all about the different options that they have for that. $25 off your first initial service if you mention the name Martin Bombal whenever you go in there, and I'd sure appreciate it if you did. It's Apple Pest Control, 210-695-8946, 210-695-8946, online at applepestcontrol.com. It is a little warm in here, isn't it?
What's that?
I said it is a little warm in here. There, that'll help. One of my buddies tuned in, I guess, at the top of the hour and said, I think I missed it. I said, no, we were just on break. It's at the top of the hour, I'm guessing.
That's funny.
So any calls?
Well, no drops today.
Oh, no, we had one. We had one during one of my breaks. I was in the middle of Apple Pest Control spot last hour.
I'll be damned.
But next week won't be a problem.
Right, you'll have that taken care of.
Because I'm going to have hard line here by next week. Wednesday, I think he's putting it in.
Did you ever figure out why?
Why what?
They didn't put one in here?
Because I told him not to. I
Oh.
didn't think we'd need it. I never planned on this at the time that we did all this. There's one in that room. There's one in every office.
Well, you were going to have office meetings in that room.
Yeah.
This was going to be a kid's room.
This is going to be a kid's room. And we have Wi-Fi, so it's fine for the television, you know.
Do you talk to Don very often?
I talk to him every week via text. Talk to him, not real often.
One of us needs to invite him to your golf tournament.
Oh, for sure. We got to figure out when we're having it. Don't forget to sit up. Don't forget to sit up. There you go. Where'd Scott go?
He went to go run some errands and wash the car.
Oh, well, that's good. That's your car?
Yeah, extra. And his truck was giving him some grief, so he'd been driving it.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show. Some good old Pat Green music for you right there. That's some good stuff, baby.
I love that.
That's some good stuff right there.
We're actually going to Green after this is over.
Green, Texas.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Pat's going to be playing the rodeo.
Oh,
Pat's
perfect.
going to be playing the rodeo this year.
Are you going?
I'm not going to make Pat's show. We had a conflict on that date But Pat's drummer, Michael Kelton, super guy. He and his wife Michaela are just sweetest people, and we become friends with them. And he hosts a songwriters a sideman. It's called a sideman song swap.
Yeah, in New Braunfels.
In New Braunfels at the Redbird, and I believe it's the last Wednesday or last Thursday of every month. I think it's the last Wednesday of every month, or the third Wednesday of every month. And it's the coolest thing. He takes a player from another band. Maybe it's Randy Rogers' band, or maybe it's Band of Heathens, or maybe it's one of Jack Ingram's guys, or somebody that plays with good Texas musicians, and they come in and they play songs that they've written, right? Sidemen,
yes,
that they've written, and trade stories about how they came up with the songs, what the songs were about, and road stories. It is the coolest thing. If you get a chance and you really enjoy great music and great stories without all the noise, this is for you. At the Redbird, it's a listening room. They call it the Redbird Listening Room for a reason, because you go in, you sit down, you have your little drink or whatever it is, and by the way, they don't have any alcohol there. So if you want a glass of wine, you got to bring your bottle of wine or whatever it is that you like drinking, your cooler of beer or what have you. And or they've got coffee and sodas and stuff, and you listen. There's no talking. You don't chat it up while these guys are playing. You sit there and you enjoy it, and it is really a cool, unique experience. If you get a chance to do it, I highly encourage you.
Sounds like a 101.
Yeah, it's the Redbird Listening Room in New Braunfels, and it's the Sideman Song Swap. Look it up. It's awesome.
Beautiful.
And by the way, we're sponsors of it too. I should also disclose that. Window World is a sponsor.
You should also mention that first Thursday of March is going to be your first Mamba cast.
First Thursday. We're going to drop new episodes on Thursdays. That's what the kids call it. Dropping them. We're going to be releasing new.
Drop the mic.
Drop the episode. Drop the pod. We're going to be releasing new episodes every Thursday. Starting March, first Thursday in March.
Beautiful.
Whatever that date is. I'm not sure what it is. And so the first three are going to be Cleto Rodriguez. That was a funny interview. That was a lot of fun. Cleto talking about his comedy, how he got his start, talking about his faith. That's going to be a great one. Then we're going to have J.P. Lane, who's a wounded veteran, motivational speaker and musician who's fantastic, also a longtime family friend. He's going to be the next one. And then Rob McCann, a good friend who is a sales motivator and sales leader, who has McCann Sales Consulting.
Used to work here.
Used to be our sales manager.
Yes.
And he's opened his own shop now, and he's helping other businesses do what he helped ours do. And that is build a sales force that's one to be reckoned with. And what a great guy. And all of them, there's a common thread. All of them talk about their faith and talk about, what's gotten them through the hard times and challenges in their life and, life philosophy, all that stuff.
Think about this. Where would you be without your faith?
Lost.
That's the only word I could think of.
Lost. Nowhere. Struggling. Floundering. I don't want to think about that.
I thank God every day. And that's why I've been so blessed for so many reasons.
Well, not to give too much away about the podcast, but the interview that I had with J.P. Lane was poignant. It was a fantastic, and there's some humor in it too. I mean, he's a funny guy, and he's got a great sense of humor and an attitude that anybody should have. And this after he's been through what he's been through, and he's been through the ringer. I said, how does somebody do this without faith? And he said, they don't. You don't get through it. These are the people that, have no reason for living. These are the people that sadly take their own lives. These are that's what happens when you don't have faith. all of the darkness comes in. And
we've all been there.
yeah, and I mean, listen, if you're not a touchy-feely religious person, neither am I. But I do have a strong faith and a love for God and Jesus Christ, and that will be a part of this show. And so, if you want to be encouraged, if you want to be inspired, if you want to know that you're not alone in whatever you're going through, this is a show for you.
I can't wait.
Yeah, this is a show for you. I think you're gonna, if you tune in, I think you're gonna get something great out of it. And I'm so proud to be doing it. I never thought that I'd be doing a podcast. In fact, I thought I'll probably never do a podcast because I'm a radio guy, and for the longest time, radio guys did not like podcast guys because we thought that they were cheating.
Well, now if you don't, you get passed by.
Now, if you don't, you're in the rearview mirror, and so I am thoroughly enjoying it. I enjoy putting this studio together. I enjoy the guests that I've had, and at this stage of my life, I think this is what I should be doing. And I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. But enough of that. Let's talk about home improvement. We are the Rock and Home Show right here from Window World Studios. Martin Bomba and Mike Hermes. And Mike, what's the phone number again?
210-599-5555.
And before we went to the break, we were talking about this survey that you had sent over to me yesterday. And it's talking about people making resolutions and resolving to do improvements on their home in 2026. And there's a lot of people that are doing that. They're taking the opportunity this year to make their home feel like their own personal paradise. The results also showed that friendly neighborhood rivalries still exist.
I love that.
You talk about that one.
I mean, it is crazy. 27% of the people, it was 27%?
Yeah.
Said that they decided to do that because their neighbors had.
Keeping up with the Joneses is alive and well.
Yeah, but you know what? It makes sense because if you're in the same neighborhood, most likely your home was built around the same time.
Yes.
And why not?
And you know what? It's absolutely true because on our block, when we moved in, we did some remodeling and changed out the carpets and we did a bunch of stuff. The next thing you know, the next door neighbors to our other side, if you're looking at our home to the left, they started doing something. The ones past them started putting in an outdoor kitchen. The ones to the right of us, I have no idea what they're doing, but I can only ascertain that they are redoing the entire inside of their house because they've had people in there working a lot. And this all started pretty much right after we started doing our stuff. So it just takes one person to start that spark, and then everybody's getting a renovation bug.
And let me tell you something, it's a good bug to have because it's a lot of fun. And you go through a few months of Hades to be able to enjoy years of bliss.
Yeah, you do. But you know what? If you keep your sense of humor about it and you enjoy the ride and look forward to what the end result is going to be, because I'll tell you what, there is really no better feeling when it comes to remodeling than having a job that you did yourself that turned out great.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you proud.
Aaron and I, when we built homes, we used to take the kids out there at least 3-4 nights a week. They'd run around and look at it. We'd walk through and see what was done. We'd always bring a bottle of wine with us. And we'd sit the last 20, 30 minutes and just
take it in.
Take it all in.
Just take it in.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you have to do that. I mean, you have to enjoy the ride. It's hard work sometimes. Debbie and I have worked some of the hardest work we've ever done working on houses. And it's also some of the best times that we've ever had. It's also some of the most fun, intimate in a non-romantic way, sometimes in a romantic way, relationship that we've had. And it's one of the reasons we still get along so well and still like each other.
Aaron and I were joking about this. You know, we make a date out of going to the grocery store. You know?
Yeah, isn't that nice?
It doesn't matter what we do. We enjoy doing it together.
I bet you still hold hands with your wife when you go places.
All the time.
Yeah, me too. And it's not a big bad secret when people ask how do you keep a relationship alive? How do you keep a relationship lasting? Keep dating. That's the simplest thing I can tell anybody is keep dating your
one
spouse.
step further. Communication.
Absolutely. Communicate like you did whenever you were younger.
And pay attention.
And pay attention to what they say. Actually listen.
Yes.
Actually listen. It's one thing to hear. It's another thing to listen.
If you want to be successful, be a good listener, and that is in life.
Nobody tuned in today thinking they were going to get marriage advice, did they?
It's Valentine's Day. Valentine's.
Well, listen, Sally's been hanging on, and I don't want to keep her through the break, even though we are at a break time. But we can,
when have we ever?
We don't really. Yeah, it's a loose thing. Sally, good morning. Welcome to the Rockin' Home Show. Outstanding, ma'am. How can I help you? Yes, ma'am. Oh gosh, there are several really great options.
A lot of it depends on budget.
Yes, it depends on. That's part of it. Budget's certainly part of it, and then part of it is also what kind of look are you wanting to achieve. Do you have pets? Okay.
To me, the very simplest is LVP.
LVP is very simple. That's luxury vinyl plank,
which they have high end and they have low end.
I encourage you to. Yes, you can get it with cushion backing.
Absolutely.
And I would recommend that when you do that you not get the foam backing, but you get the cork backing, because the
foam
cork
where it's down.
You can do that with LVP. Yeah, carpet is, to me, is
a thing of the past.
It kind of is, and only because we now know how much allergens and dirt and grime and everything that carpets hold in. No matter how good your vacuum cleaner is, you can have a $2,000 rainbow vacuum cleaner, and you're still going to have that when you pull that carpet out, sadly. So as much as I like the feel of carpet, especially in the wintertime, I would recommend highly against that. I happen to really love ceramic tile in a wood look. I don't care much for just square tile, but I absolutely love some of the wood looks that you can get out of ceramic tile now. I understand. No, then
definitely the cork LVP.
The cork LVP with a really, really nice cushion backing. Okay? Well, thank you. Really appreciate you calling this morning, Sally. Thanks for being here. Have a great weekend, and happy Valentine's Day. Have you know people that call it Happy Valentine's Day?
No.
You've never heard anybody say that?
No, but they probably have.
Drives me nuts. Happy Valentine's Day. What? What?
Is this a new day?
What?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Real Solutions Home. Real Solutions Home, Zip Gist, my buddy and home builder and home remodeler. And
we've talked about him a lot today.
It just feels like it, right? And if you want to get the renovation that you've been putting off, and we've been talking about people renovating their homes, and it's guys like Zip that make these dreams reality for these folks. Definitely. Oh, looks like we dropped here. Hang on.
Hello.
All right, I'm back, man. I'm sorry. How much of that did we get, and how much did we miss? Okay, so let me just get back into the spot. Okay, I'm ready. It's not so bad whenever it drops when we're in something like this because I can hear it drop. But whenever I'm doing the spot, I'm only hearing me.
I've never heard it drop.
No, and you won't, unless it's during a break like this, and then you won't hear him anymore. Hey, let's talk about Real Solutions Home. RealSolutionsHome.com is where you're going to find them online. Zipgist is the owner, and he is a renovator extraordinaire. He does home renovations. He does ground-up home building. But when we're talking about these renovations that folks are thinking about doing in 2026, some of these are big parts of it. Things like kitchen remodels and bathroom remodels and adding on space to your home, room additions. He can help you with any of these, and all you really need is an idea of what it is that you would like to do, and he will help you bring that dream to life, from the designing stage to the planning stage to the building stage and everything in between. RealSolutionsHome.com is where you're going to find them online. Absolutely phenomenal financing options available right now. Be sure to ask Zip about his financing options. And, of course, complimentary estimates always with Real Solutions Home. Military, teacher, and first responder discounts, too. And they would love to show you why they are so respected by me and by so many of their clients that they have done phenomenal work for over the years, including Window World. They've done things for our customers for several years now, and always have great response.
Doing a job right now for you.
He is. Yeah, as a matter of fact, he is. Please give him a call, 210-862-4995. Be sure to tell him Martin sent you, and check him out online at realsolutionshome.com.
Do we have another one at 45?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, we'll do it at about 50. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's the Rockin' Home Show right here on 550 and FM 1071 KTSA, and of course Facebook Live. Thank you guys for being out there, and we appreciate it. We have phone lines available right now at 210-599-5555, 210-599-5555. Mike and I were talking about a survey that he sent me about folks that are wanting to, as a resolution, wanting to do remodeling on their home in 2026, and there's a good chunk of them that are wanting to do just that. Let's see here. In fact, 3/4 of these folks, 77%, cite curb appeal as an important factor in doing it.
Huge. I mean, that's what everybody sees. If you're going to sell a home today, curb appeal is equally as important as screen appeal.
Absolutely. Absolutely it is.
Yes.
And the other thing about curb appeal is there's so many things that can go into it. The one thing they don't mention on here, which I'm really shocked about, is a custom front door.
Yeah.
That is one of the focal points that draw an eye almost immediately.
Absolutely, and it's something that could make the difference between popping and not.
Yeah. So while landscaping in this survey was found to be the most significant booster to curb appeal at 51%, and I agree, good landscaping does help curb appeal on a house. It has
They didn't have lighting either. That surprised me.
Lighting is another one. Landscape lighting, and maybe that goes along with landscaping. Maybe. And then other curb appeal boosters include exterior painting, and I would add siding into that as well.
Absolutely.
Windows, anything that improves the look of the house from the outside. And then decks and patios, 25%, and roofing, 21%. So I don't often think of roofing as a curb appeal thing, but it can be.
It certainly can, but I don't think it can only be a detractor.
Right. It can certainly have a negative effect.
Yes.
It can if a roof is aged and ugly and stained and mildewed, that can be a detractor from people wanting to buy your house.
I've gone in and seen green roofs. On a
They
brown
weren't supposed
roof.
to be green.
No, mildew.
Yeah.
More than once.
Now the survey goes on and says they went into asking how long it takes to actually feel at home in a new living space, and surprisingly, 39% of homeowners felt this way upon setting inside for the first time.
Yeah,
That is kind of surprising.
that is very surprising because when it's finished, that's when I would feel.
Right.
You
Right,
know?
and I guess that's what they mean is as soon
Oh,
as
I
it's
was
finished.
thinking it was they
me.
started the demo and they're now excited.
Oh no! I don't think that. No, I don't think that would feel at home at all. I think that would feel a little unsettling. In fact, I know it feels a little unsettling until you get it all done, and then you're happy you did it. And then 39% said they felt at home. 39% said that it took them up to a couple of weeks to start feeling fully acclimated to their home after it's been remodeled, which makes sense.
I'd be one of those when it's done. I'd feel right at home.
Yeah. The way I wouldn't feel at home is like if you switch some walls around and you got up for the first time to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, smacked right into one.
It wasn't there.
Or it was. You went to the bathroom and it wasn't the bathroom anymore. Yeah, that would be bad. But yeah, it goes on to say a whole lot more stuff.
College stories.
Yeah, that's true. There's a little bit more in here, but we do have a caller, and we are up against a break. And again, I don't want to go into the break and keep the caller waiting. So let's go to Bernadette. Bernadette, good morning. Welcome to the show. Good. Fantastic. How are you?
Oh yeah.
That's sulfur.
Yep.
That is sulfur. Where are you located? Yeah, you have sulfur in the water there, and when it collects in the bottom of the water heater, it can be bad. Yeah, and that. Well, do you flush your water heater very often? Okay. First thing you need to do. Okay. How long has the water heater been in there? You discovered the secret to keeping unwanted relatives away. But these are wanted relatives. Okay, well, we need to fix that for them. The first thing I would do is do a really good flush on your water heater. Do a really good flush on your water heater. Get all of the sediment and everything else that's in it that can be collecting and causing those odors. And then I would look at getting a full home filtration system.
I was just going to say that. Yep.
Yeah.
That will be the biggest difference. But with situations like yours, they recommend when you fall back or spring forward, do it twice a year.
Yeah.
And just stick the hose, where the bottom of the water heater.
There's a little water connection there.
Yes, and flush it twice a year.
You drain it. First thing you do is you hook it up to a garden hose, run it out to your bathtub or outside, whatever you want to do. Drain it, and then flush it by pushing water back into it and circulating it and getting all the sediment out. Not for most people, but when you do have foreign bodies in your water, you have lots of calcium, lots of sulfur in your water. Those are times when you want to flush it a little more often. But I also would encourage you to look at getting a filtration system that can help take that out of the water. Okay.
That will be a huge difference.
Most companies in San Antonio will travel 50 miles. I would think a lot of them would anyway. But there's so many different ones you can talk to. Alamo Water Softeners would be one that I'd start with. Connecticut. Yes, ma'am. So those are different ways that you could go, and I would definitely get a couple of quotes. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Bernadette.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. We appreciate you. Okay.
In San Antonio, they do recommend once a year to do your because of the hard water.
Once a year. Yeah.
But for sulfur, you'd want to do it twice.
A couple of times a year.
Yes.
Yeah, because sulfur is it's so annoying. It really is.
Woo!
I'll tell you, Somerset has some of the most sulfur water that you'll smell. It's
really
big time down there. And there are other areas, I can't remember all of them, but there are some areas that have a lot of sulfur in the water, and that's that rotten egg smell.
When we had a ranch, we had orange water. And when we put the filtration system on, it changed everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Listen, we are now
way past.
Now we're 5 minutes past the break. We're going to take this break. I'm not going to do the Window World spot. We'll work it in before we get out of the show. But yeah. So Edwin, if you'll play that break, and we'll be right back on the Rock and Home Show. We've got. You know who that is, Mike?
Pat Green?
No.
Who is that?
Think about it. Great guitar player. His wife is Kimberly. She's an actress. Brad Paisley.
Oh!
Brad Paisley, and he's going to be playing at the rodeo. Y'all look at the schedule. It is.
And I've seen him before.
Oh, he's great.
Yes.
He is so good. It's rodeo time, San Antonio. Be sure to get out there and check out all the sights and sounds. It is the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Debbie and I will be out there with the Believer Buyers Group during the Junior Livestock Show auction. And we'll be out there bidding on some kids' animals and giving them some gift bags and things like that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get to Romero before we get out of here. We got one caller on the line. Romero, good morning. Welcome to the Rockin' Home Show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. No, that is separate. I mean, unless you tell the home builder right up front that you've been advised by an engineer that they need to replace 4 feet of topsoil with compacted dirt or caliche, then yeah, that would be an expense that you would be paying. However, if you tell the builder, this is what I want done, please include this in your price, of course that would be included in the price.
And is this a custom home or is this a track home? Okay. Either way, you're going to wind up paying for it.
Oh yeah, I mean you're paying for it. It's going to be
Yes.
wrapped into the builder's cost, or you're going to just pay for it right up front.
And you took the time to have the engineer to have this done right. Don't do it on the cheap. Have it done right, and it will pay for itself with dividends.
Well, I'm certain then that they didn't include that in their quote.
This is not something that is standard,
No.
and that's why you are responsible for it. However, by doing that, you're going to have something that's superior.
But if your question is the builder responsible for that? No, they
No.
are not. Okay. Thank you, Romero, and good luck and congratulations on the new home. That's always exciting.
Absolutely, and happy
Appreciate you.
Valentine's Day.
Okay, we got Louis Sirianni and the KTSA Automotive Show coming up in about 10 minutes or so.
Louis is awesome.
Going to have some fun with him. Get your calls ready. He's got the answers to your automotive questions. And then this afternoon, Mr. Hermes returns. Are you going to be back on this afternoon?
I'll be back on with my daughter from 3 to 4.
Okay, I didn't know if you're going to your thing in Green.
Well, I'm going to the thing, and then I'm going from there right back. How do we get
Excellent.
in touch with you?
Mbamba, WinTheWorldTX.com.
210-341-1400, buying, selling, or just need help. Or Holly at MikeHermes.com, Mike at MikeHermes.com. God
Hey.
bless. Happy Valentine's.
Yeah, go out and spread some kindness, make the world a better place. We'll see you next time right here on the Rockin' Home Show. Snuck up on me.